Is there a connection between introversion and spirituality? Does spirituality advocate introversion? What are the signs of an introvert? Is there any relation between overthinking and intelligence? Why do people turn out to be introverts? To learn more, please watch the full video. Namaskar. Welcome to Get Inspired Spiritually, a place to find yourself and awaken spiritually. The dictionary defines an introvert as a person who is shy, quiet, and prefers to spend time alone rather than frequently being with other people. There are deep connections between being an introvert and being spiritual. Best ideas come to your mind when you remain objective in silence and solitude. Avoiding certain people to protect your emotional health is not a weakness, it's wisdom. What are the signs of an introvert? Here are some indicators that you might be an introvert. 1. Your inner monologue never stops. You possess a persistent inner voice that continuously operates in the recesses of your mind, and it can be challenging to silence it. At times, it may even seem impossible. Occasionally, this prevents you from sleeping because your conscious mind remains active. Memories from the past can trouble you, such as regret over words spoken 5 years prior or recollections of being bullied 8 years ago. 2. You enjoy spending plenty of time alone. Staying in on a Saturday night poses no issue for you. In fact, it's something you anticipate with pleasure. For you, Netflix and chill genuinely signifies watching Netflix and unwinding. Alternatively, you might enjoy reading, gaming, sketching, cooking, composing, crafting miniature hats for cats, or simply meandering over your home. You engage in your favorite solo activities as often as your schedule permits. Feeling good when alone is natural. It's a time when you are at liberty to be truly content. 3. You do your best thinking alone. Solitude isn't merely for engaging in personal hobbies. It's also crucial for allowing your mind to unwind and generate fresh thoughts or ideas. In the company of others, your brain may become too overwhelmed to function optimally. Solitude grants the freedom to engage with one's inner dialogue. It can foster greater creativity and deeper insights when alone. The space to breathe is essential when surrounded by others, providing room to think creatively and unwind. 4. You often feel lonelier in a crowd than when you are alone. There's something about being with a group of people that makes you feel disconnected from yourself and you feel insecure. Maybe it's because it's hard to hear your inner voice when there is so much noise around you. Whatever the reason, as an introvert, you crave intimate moments and deep connections, and those usually aren't found in a crowd. You feel like you are faking it when you have to network. Approaching strangers to introduce yourself can feel as unpleasant as sticking tiny needles under your fingernails. Yet, you recognize the potential benefits, so you consider doing it despite feeling insecure throughout the process. If you are anything like me, you have had to learn it on your own. In the moment, you need to engage your public persona. You remind yourself, smile, make eye contact, and project a confident voice. Afterwards, you are exhausted and require time alone to recharge. You ponder whether others must exert this much effort when meeting new people, or does it come naturally to them? 6. You have no desire to be the center of attention. In the workplace, you prefer to discuss matters directly with your boss after a meeting or convey your ideas via email rather than presenting them to a large group. However, when you are truly passionate about an issue, you are willing to face the potential overwhelm of speaking out, if it means making a significant impact. 7. You are an old soul. Introverts are known to be observant, absorbing a wealth of information and contemplating before speaking. They are analytical and introspective, frequently seeking to uncover the deeper significance or underlying patterns in events. This trait can make introverts appear wise beyond their years. Their interests often span a variety of subjects, including science, technology, art, philosophy, spirituality, literature, and more. 8. You alternate between being social and being alone. Introverts sever their solitude, enjoying the liberty to engage with their inner thoughts while shutting out the world's clamor. However, it's not that introverts always wish to be in solitude. As human beings, we are inherently designed to connect with others, and as introverts, we yearn for meaningful interactions. Introverts inhabit two realms: the external world of people, which we visit, and the internal world of solitude, which is our sanctuary. We may seek a breath of fresh air and a space to express our emotions over prolonged companionship. 9. You shut down after too much socializing. Recent studies indicate that socializing depletes energy over time for everyone, including extroverts. This is due to the energy expenditure involved in social interactions. However, introverts tend to become fatigued more quickly than extroverts and may experience social burnout more intensely. Individuals may experience what is known as an introvert hangover, characterized by extreme fatigue and, in some cases, physical malaise following extensive social interaction. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. 10. You live in your head. You may find yourself daydreaming so intensely that others might advise you to get out of your head or come back down to earth. This happens because your inner world is nearly as rich and vibrant as the external one. While this applies to everyone, extroverts may not spend much time alone, whereas introverts often revel in solitude. Our life is the creation of our mind. Buddha. 11. You are an overthinker. You tend to overanalyze and overthink even the minor things, especially regarding your social interactions. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Introversion and spirituality are often interconnected. It is believed that a person may become spiritual due to their introverted nature, or they may become introverted or ambivert as a result of spiritual experiences or influences. This is because spirituality involves introspection rather than extrospection. True introspection occurs in the moments of silence and solitude, which suggests that spirituality inherently encourages introversion. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which focuses on Dhyana Yoga, the Lord recommends silence, solitude, and the practice of Ashtanga Yoga. Similarly, Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev advises in his video, "Be alone, be happy." Consequently, we observe yogis renouncing worldly possessions, dwelling in forests, and practicing celibacy and yoga. An intelligent is found always alone. A fool is found in the midst of crowd. Why introverts get drained when they interact with too many people? Spiritual introverts often engage in practices like yoga and meditation, which can enhance their psychic energy, vibration, and intensity. They tend to be highly sensitive with a propensity for deep thinking and high level of intelligence. Intelligence comes with a price called over-analytical thinking that leads to anxiety and depression. It has been observed that as you interact with various individuals, your aura and theirs can influence each other. If you possess high energy, vibration, and intensity, it naturally gets transferred. This is in line with Newton's law, which states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only gets transferred or transformed. Consequently, a spiritually introverted person may find their energy depleted. Therefore, they often seek solitude and silence. The same thing happens when you have intercourse or have contact with too many people too many times. Remember, sex means sacred energy exchange. The longevity of Himalayan yogis, often exceeding 120 years, is attributed to their mastery of certain practices and lifestyle choices that promote health and well-being. Celibacy is life, semen loss is death. Insights from Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, which focuses on Dhyana Yoga, Lord Krishna imparts wisdom on meditation and discipline. Yuktahara viharasya, yuktaschestasya karmasu, yuktaswapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. He who is temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Purport: indulgence in eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, basic needs of the body, can hinder progress in the practice of yoga. Regulation of eating is achievable through disciplined acceptance of prasad or sanctified food. As prescribed in the Bhagavad Gita, offerings to Lord Krishna include vegetables, flowers, fruits, grains, milk, and more. Thus, an individual practicing Krishna consciousness naturally learns to avoid food that is unsuitable for human consumption or that does not fall within the mode of goodness or sattvikata. Regarding sleep, a person in Krishna consciousness remains vigilant while fulfilling their duties and views any excessive time spent sleeping as a significant loss. A person devoted to Krishna consciousness cannot endure spending a single minute without serving the Lord. As a result, they minimize their sleep. They aspire to emulate Srila Rupa Goswami, who dedicated himself to serving Krishna and seldom slept. As far as work is concerned, a Krishna conscious person does not do anything which is not connected with Krishna's interest, and thus his work is always regulated and is untainted by sense gratification. Since there is no question of sensual gratification, there is no material leisure for a person in Krishna consciousness. And because he is regulated in all his work, speech, sleep, wakefulness, and all other bodily activities, there is no material misery for him. Practice celibacy diligently. This is the key to health, happiness, and it increases longevity. Dan Pina stated that 98% of Fortune 500 CEOs are introverts, with only 2% being extroverts, including Dan Pina himself. This suggests an advantage for introverts in attaining such positions. Introversion allows an individual ample time to think and to be creative. Unfortunately, it is rare to find friends who engage in conversations about topics that interest us. Instead of indulging in meaningless chatter, solitude becomes a preferable choice. If you observe, people spend the majority of their lives gossiping about events and others. Such a waste of time. Cheap discuss persons. Mediocre discuss events. Legends discuss ideas. Eleanor Roosevelt. Don't expect anything from outside. Instead, focus on inside. Everything will attract towards you. Personally, I find that being introverted has led me to look inward and discover happiness. I find that solitude is when I am truly happy. Needing nothing attracts everything. In conclusion, being introverted does not imply that one is antisocial or superior. It is important to acknowledge life's realities and our own truths and to use them to our advantage. We should aim to contribute to society, serve humanity, and honor the divinity within us. Hope this inspires you. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon.